Hi, Natural.
Ah, that was delicious. Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or, rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything. What about you, Reen? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Sorry, you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? No.
Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night.
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her.
Reen?
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not? Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Kafai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arcade School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fi for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest. I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment, I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Reen's not the only one bottling up his feelings, though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
Drinks are on me someday.
Here are your tasks for the day. The market manager left them with me. Thank you. A large, ferocious monster has been sighted on the West Celtic Highway. We'd all be happier if someone took it out. Monster. Zwardar. Location. Stone bridge leading to Heimdallr on the West Celtic Highway. Oh. Yesterday, I found a wallet on the floor in front of my stall. Would someone be willing to find its owner for me? See me at my ceramics stall, and I'll tell you more. Huh, even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Trista today. That's about right. He's a very considerate man. The last train headed your way leaves here around 9 tonight. You get this done quickly enough, you can have dinner here before you leave. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? That's good. Looks like today's tasks are all optional. Hey, Laura, I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. Green? As I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It is not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I mean. I wanted to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner level was disrespectful. To Master Kafai, to the school I follow, and to the path of the sword itself. And for those reasons, I feel it was inappropriate of me to say what I said. So, I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there is one other person you should be apologizing to as well. I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social standing, one should always be able to live with pride in himself or in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you owe yourself a recompense. Let me ask you a question, Reen. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's a part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. So you two are friends again, then? Were we not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. Whoa, you did what now? It would seem we've caused you undue concern. Jeez, can we all just forget about this and move on? Looks like the ground's dried after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a bit less gloomy. Margot, we've got trouble. Big, big trouble. Slow down, Louise. It's first thing in the morning, and you're about poised to wake the dead. You're making such a commotion. Where have you been anyway? You're late. I'm sorry. I just got caught up on the way here. But never mind that. We have big, big trouble. Something terrible happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible thing has happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the stalls over at the market were destroyed, and all their merchandise was stolen. That is most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my. I suppose that means the market might be opening late today. Which means we could end up with more customers as people wait here for the resolution. Louise, let's get this place ready. You got it. As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on your field study and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about, after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. What should we do? I have to admit, I'm curious. It's not far, so we might as well just go take a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market then. Yeah, stay out of it. Who does that? God. Oh. I guess I have to go. Okay. I'm sorry, the Grand Market isn't quite open for business yet. Oh, it's the students from yesterday. Good morning. Opening late today after all, I see? Afraid so. Guess you already know about the robbery yesterday, huh? The two merchants whose stalls were destroyed are still arguing about it. You bastard! You're not going to get away with this. Oh no, not them. The manager came to try and break them up, but he doesn't seem to be having much luck. I hope no one ends up getting hurt. What should we do, Reen? Maybe we could try talking to them? Considering everything that happened yesterday, you just might be the cavalry we need right now. Would you mind? Not at all. Let's go. I mind. How dare you destroy my stall, you damned coward! I knew you country folk weren't to be trusted. Who else could it have been? Just come clean and admit it already. Who are you calling a coward, you I'm Dowlerian snob? You're the one who wanted my spot all for yourself. Calm down, gentlemen, please. Playing all innocent and trying to paint me as the bad guy here, you make me sick. What do you say we settle this right here now? Bring it on. Hold it. Class 7? You kids again. Keep your noses out of this. I'm gonna make him pay for smashing my stall. Smashing? Oh. Oh. I see. Wow, they really are completely ruined. This is awful. However, harming one another is not going to bring them back. In the end, they will still be smashed, and you will be worse off. But this anger isn't gonna go away unless I do something. You're being told off by children again, bruh. Literally, you're being scolded by fucking high schoolers again, bro. He took all my goods too, so I haven't even got anything to sell. What are you talking about? You are the one who stole my goods. And you're gonna give them all back right now, and fix the damage you did in my stall, or else I can't be held responsible for my actions. This isn't good. I don't think they're even listening to a word we're saying. What do we do? Stop this at once. Oh. The provincial army. What? What is the meaning of this? It's the middle of the morning. Stop this nonsense immediately. But I believe you are the one in charge here? I demand an explanation as to what has transpired. Well, you see... I see. The solution is simple then. Men, take them away. What the fuck? That's a little... That's a little... Yes, sir. What? What do you mean, take us away? 2 stalls were destroyed, 2 sets of goods were stolen. The truth is as clear as day. 2 merchants in the midst of a heated disagreement committed the same crime at the same time. I don't think that's how that works. But... That's not fair. Do you not think it premature to draw such a conclusion without any investigation? Thank you! Oh my god, someone in a video game fucking mentions it. The provincial army doesn't have time to waste solving the petty squabbles of merchants. But I'm not an unreasonable man. Cease your dispute, and you will be left alone. Continue, and you come with us. The choice is yours. They're trying to force both merchants to forget this ever happened, to sweep the whole ordeal under the rug. Yeah, something about this seems really wrong. Very good then. I'm sure you can agree that wasting time on shenanigans like this is detrimental to all parties involved. I hope you think twice before causing such a ruckus ever again. Now, if you'll please excuse us, I'm a busy man and I have more pressing matters to attend to. No wonder Eustace doesn't want to mention anything about his family, bro. There they go. Well, I guess they did stop those two from fighting, but they did nothing to solve the underlying problem. This isn't right. I see now how the provincial army here conducts itself. I'm sure you're both still pretty angry about this, but right now the two of you need to focus on keeping cool-headed. If you have the time to fight, try to use that time for something more productive instead. You'll feel a lot better. Yeah. I shouldn't have let my anger take control of me like that. We can't open the grand market for business until we've cleaned up these busted stalls. And we're already running late, so I hate to ask, but would you all mind lending me a hand? Thanks to you four, we were able to open the grand market for business today a bit quicker than I'd expected. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am. Oh, there's no need for that. We barely did anything. I'm just glad no one got hurt. All the more reason to thank you. A merchant's stall is his livelihood. Any action taken against it can throw him into a blind rage, and it's hard to bring someone back from that. It would seem the problems facing the merchants in this town are quite grave indeed. The provincial army may have intervened, but it's difficult to believe they'd make no attempts to find an amicable solution. Quite right. It's clearer than ever now that they have no intention of trying to resolve any issues involving the market. And I can't see that changing unless we decide to just accept the sales tax increase and keep quiet about it. Still, you'd think they'd at least be a little more subtle about the whole thing. There's no way those two merchants are just going to accept this and move on. No, I don't suppose they will. And if word gets out about this, it's not inconceivable for certain groups of people to begin boycotting the marketplace. Something definitely has to be done. I'm just not sure what. Is something wrong, Reen? You're awfully quiet. Are you feeling unwell? Sir, I have a favor to ask. Would you consider allowing us to investigate this morning's incident? What? Are you suggesting that we attempt to find the perpetrator who destroyed the merchant's stalls ourselves? It's a kind offer, but as I said yesterday, this is our affair, not yours. You're students. You have your own studies to worry about, and I wouldn't feel right interfering with them. We're students training for the military, though. We can't just stand by and allow something so unjust to go unchallenged. It's the provincial army's responsibility to address this, sure, but they're shirking their duties here, and that reflects poorly on us all. Well, that's true enough, I guess. But do you really think we're up for something like this? I kind of have to wonder about that too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just amateurs. We should at least check with Instructor Sarah first and see what she thinks. She's already told us. Put your heads together and think, and I'm sure you'll see what you need to do. Her words. This seems like exactly the sort of thing she meant. At least, it does to me. Oh. I see your point. Perhaps matters such as this may fall under the scope of our field study after all. Yeah, you do make a good case. I'm still not sure we're up to it, but I guess it can't hurt to try. Neither seek nor shun the fight. Very well, we shall do what we can. Are you really sure about this? I'm certainly not going to say no. I'm very concerned about the market and the safety of our merchants. So if you're 100% sure, I have to admit, I truly would appreciate anything you can do for us. Thank you, sir. We'll do everything in our power to find answers for you. Just be careful. Don't go seeking out trouble. I don't want you kids being put in danger. We're dealing with a criminal who acts under cover of night. He may be capable of a lot more than just thievery and vandalism. Remember, I'm responsible for your safety. If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't even look Van Dyke in the eye anymore. We'll be careful. We promise. I know I will, at least. I probably need to be more careful than anyone else here. Now that that's settled, we should act quickly. Yeah, let's get this investigation started. So, first things first, we need to decide where to start investigating. The logical starting point would be the Grand Market itself, the scene of the crime. Can't argue with that. We should probably get statements from those two merchants before anything else. Indeed, I anticipate they've calmed themselves by now, so perhaps we can get something a bit more substantial from them. We still have to ascertain their innocence or guilt in the matter as well. We'll need to keep a close eye on the time, though. If we miss the last train toward Heimdallr, we'll have no way of getting back to the academy today. Plus, we've been given our tasks too, and I really like to get them done. In short, we need to keep moving. Our deadline is 9 p.m. Let's use every minute we have to accomplish everything we possibly can. Understood. You bet. Right. And to think, I was ecstatic to finally participate in the famous Celtic Grand Market. What did I ever do to deserve this? Excuse me. You. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see me acting like that. I hope you can forgive me for my inappropriate behavior. He seems really down. It's quite understandable. He's a merchant in a busy market, unable to do business. So, what brings you here? Did you need something from me? Well, actually... You're investigating? That's right, and we'd really appreciate it if you could answer a few questions for us. You may be able to help us find the true culprit. I suppose it can't hurt. It's better than nothing, at least. You don't have to sound so... pessimistic. Well, can you blame me? You're students at a military academy. You're not exactly ace detectives. That is true, but we're so determined to find out who did this. We may even be able to recover your goods. Cooperating with us could prove quite fruitful. Okay, fine. I never said I wouldn't help you, did I? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, though. It's not like I saw anything worth mentioning. You didn't? As soon as I made sure my stall was ready to open the next morning, I left everything set up and went home. The other merchants around here can vouch for that. Guess I shouldn't have left the stall unattended, though. By the time I got in, it was too late. The deed had been done. So by morning, the stall had already been destroyed and your goods stolen? Come to think of it, what goods were stolen exactly? Oh, I have a sample with me, actually. An accessory? Is that a brand that's popular in the capital? Been a real hit lately, yeah. I was hoping to bring the fad here by selling them at the market. But this is the only one I have left now. I dread to think just how much money I lost in one single night. That damned coward, sabotaging my business. It's much too early to be jumping to conclusions. Do you have any evidence that proves his culpability? No, but he's clearly the prime suspect. He was so against the idea of taking turns sharing the spot with me, he decided he'd destroy my stall altogether. I just know it. I'm going to get him to give me my goods back, no matter what it takes. But please, try to calm down. You do know that if you cause any more trouble, the provincial army really will arrest you, right? Yeah, I know, but it's a matter of justice. I can't just act like nothing ever happened. It's wrong, on general principle. I'm begging you, please get my goods back, whatever it takes. Well, I can't promise success. But I swear to you, we'll do everything we can. That much I can promise. I think that's everything this merchant knows. Let's try questioning the other one. Where's the other one? Oh. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Excuse me? I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of your time? You're those kids from that military academy, right? What do you want from me? I've got nothing to sell you, obviously. Even if I did have something to sell, I've got no place to sell it. I'm basically ruined. And to top it all off, the provincial army and that other damned merchant are acting like I'm the one who did it. He's not taking this very well, is he? Hard to blame him, but we need to see if he knows anything that might help us. Well, you see... You're investigating this mess, huh? Okay. So, would you consider cooperating with us? Sure, why not? Not getting my hopes up, as I'm sure you can understand, but hell, I've got nothing left to lose. Not exactly a vote of confidence. Hey, he's willing to cooperate. I say we cut him some slack and hear him out. So, about last night, at the time the incident actually happened? Last night, huh? I don't know how much help I can be if that's what you're asking about here. See, I left the market right after arguing with that merchant yesterday, and I didn't come back till this morning. I stayed over at a friend's place, another merchant, just got pissed drunk and ranted at him all night. And you're certain of this? Positive. Ask my friend if you don't believe me, he'll back me up. I wandered over here with an awful hangover this morning, and what I found gave me a hell of a start. My whole stall, in shambles. And as if that weren't bad enough, all the processed foods I was going to sell were just gone, without a trace. So the goods were stolen were all processed foods? That's right. Nuts, cheese, bacon, all foods that have a long shelf life, made with local ingredients. Seeing all my stuff gone really sobered me up. It was like I hadn't been drinking at all. And that's when I went over to that fool's stall to make him pay for it. Why did you go straight to him? Because he was the one who did it, of course. He smashed my stall so he could have that spot all to himself. But that doesn't make any sense. If Heinz did it, then why was his stall destroyed too? He must have done that to himself. Probably figured if he destroyed his own stall, no one would believe he could be responsible. I don't know. That seems pretty unlikely. It's a bit excessive. While I understand your frustration, baseless accusations do no one any favors and only cloud the true issue. But it's so frustrating. I've lost so much money because of this, I might have to shut up shop for good. That is bad. If I could at least get my goods back, maybe I could salvage enough to stay afloat, but what are the odds of that? None of the other merchants saw anybody do anything, and the provincial army sure ain't about to help. I'm finished. Pure and simple. All the hard work I've put into getting this far, and this is how the dream ends for me. Well, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how much we'll actually be able to do for you. But we'll do everything in our power to help you find some form of closure. So cheer up, okay? I do appreciate that, but again, I ain't about to get my hopes up. Good luck, though. That's all the two victims of this crime have to say, it seems. What does everybody think? I can't be sure, but I really don't think either of them is responsible. Both merchants certainly have adequate motive to damage the other's stall, but the chance of both committing the same crime on the same night, without crossing paths, is virtually nil. It's not impossible that they were just out to steal each other's merchandise, but I don't believe that's what happened. Both of them have alibis confirming that they were somewhere else when the crime took place. I'm inclined to agree. I just can't see either of these merchants being responsible for what happened. Then we're going to have to look elsewhere to find viable suspects. Where, though? I mean, who could it possibly have been? I think I know. It's impossible to say right now. We don't have any solid leads. We knew the culprit wasn't, but how are we supposed to start narrowing down who it was? The market itself seems unlikely to produce any further clues, so we should focus our attention elsewhere. Actually, there is one thing that's been bugging me. There's one group of people involved in this whole situation whose actions don't seem to make any sense. Maybe, if we can work out the reasoning behind their strange behavior, we can come one step closer to finding our culprit. Whom do you mean? I'm talking about the Provincial Army. They haven't done a thing to try and solve this crime, despite it happening right under their noses. And that begs the question, why not? The market managers said they're refusing to fulfill their role due to the tax issue, which means the Provincial Army should refuse to intervene in quarrels within the market as well. If that's the case, then why did they come and intervene this morning? Now that you mention it, that really doesn't make any sense. Their methods were atrocious, but the fact is, they brought that dispute to an end almost instantly. They did get involved. Yeah, one minute they're refusing to do anything, then the next they're taking a stand. It's definitely suspicious. My point exactly. There's definitely something unnatural about the way they're conducting themselves. And since we have no other leads, what do you say we go to the Army's guardhouse and take a look around? We might be able to learn something from them that could aid us in our investigation. That may be worth an attempt. The guardhouse isn't too far from here either. Let's head on over and see what we can find out. Isn't that how we get arrested? I feel like that's how we get arrested, but let's go anyway. Aren't you the student from that military academy, was it? What are you doing here? We're terribly sorry to trouble you, but we were hoping you might be able to help us with something. Could we ask you a few questions about the incident that occurred at the Grand Market this morning? What? What does that have to do with you? We're visiting this town on a field study as students of Thor's military academy. And we would very much appreciate the chance to see how experienced soldiers such as yourselves handle difficult everyday situations. This seems a perfect opportunity for an anecdotal case study, and could prove most invaluable to our education, if you'd permit. Damn, Laura. Okay. Alright. Stay here. I'll see what I can do. It looks like we might be able to hear what they have to say for themselves after all. Nicely done, Laura. In times like these, we need to make good use of our positions. No one can fault a student for wanting to learn after all. But now comes the hard part. This makes me nervous. Well, let's just wait and see what we can get out of them. Remember, it's not always what they say that matters, but how they say it, and even more importantly, what they don't say. Right. I hope you appreciate us taking time out of our busy schedules for this. So what do you want? And make it quick. I'm a busy man, you know. He's not even trying to keep up appearances. Unbelievable. I'll be brief then. We came to discuss the incident at the market this morning. Would we be correct in assuming that the Provincial Army will be conducting no further investigation? Is that all you came here to ask? Is that all? Should the armed forces charged with maintaining peace in this region not be taking this matter more seriously? Laura, I'm not sure. You got a big mouth for someone your age. And it seems you have a lot to learn about how military units actually work. What do you mean? Let me ask you this. What should the #1 priority of the Provincial Army be in order to maintain the status quo? I'll tell you, their #1 priority should be to enforce the will of their region's ruling lord. Duke Alberea. As members of the provincial army, the will of the nobility is absolute. We're just following our orders, protecting what we have a duty to protect. I assume you're referring to the local petition against the sales tax increase? So you're saying as long as the petition isn't withdrawn, the Grand Market isn't something you have a duty to protect? Interpret my words however you want. We're soldiers. We follow our orders. That's how the military works. And we don't need some fresh military academy inductees telling us how to do our jobs. This is nuts. Does he even have a tiny shred of shame? I was hoping we'd be able to get something out of him, but it sure doesn't seem too likely anymore. So, is that it then? I hope this has been enlightening. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a job to do. No, you don't. Wait. Would you mind answering just one more question? Elliot? Huh, fine. Ask it. Well, do you have any idea what might have happened to the goods Marco was handling? You know, the accessory merchant? All he had left was that one sample. What are you talking about? That merchant from the capital, Hines, was the one who was planning on selling accessories. What? What did you just say? What are you all looking at me like that for? How do you know that? I was under the impression you hadn't investigated the matter at all. How peculiar. We only discovered what each of the merchants was intending to sell a short while ago ourselves. Sir, we have our own ways of finding these things out. You will do well not to underestimate us. Now, we've wasted enough time answering your questions. We're leaving. Do you think the fact that they know what each of the merchants was selling means they did investigate the matter after all? But the burglary happened last night, and it was only first discovered this morning. Realistically, I don't think there was any opportunity during that time for them to do any digging, not without running into us. Agreed. I suspect they knew what each merchant was planning to sell well in advance of yesterday's incident. Though that would be easy information for them to learn, since Duke Alberea must have issued permits for both stalls. That's true, and the army would have no trouble gaining access to transaction records or something like that. But why would they bother? Maybe they needed to know so they could prepare. Prepare for what? I get the impression that the incident at the market has been carefully planned out for a while now. I don't think those two merchants being given permits for the same spot was a coincidence either. It was probably done to get them to start fighting, so they could get robbed while there was tension between them. Basically, to create a situation that couldn't be brought under control without the army's help. So the two merchants were being used all along. That seems to fit perfectly with what happened this morning. Meanwhile, the provincial army has shown no interest in actively working toward a solution, unless the market manager chooses to withdraw his petition. So they waited for things to get out of hand, then they showed up to force both parties into an uncomfortable truce. Eventually, the merchants would get worn down enough that they'd feel like they have no choice but to withdraw the petition. This is turning out to be an even shadier situation than I thought. Yeah, but thanks to Elliot, I do believe we finally uncovered the truth of the matter. That was indeed some very quick thinking you displayed, Elliot. You'd make a fine military strategist. I just got lucky, that's all. What we know is the provincial army is somehow involved with the actual perpetrators of this crime. The only way to solve it once and for all, though, seems to be, well, to find them and catch them. But if this was carried out by members of the provincial army, that's not going to be an easy task. No, I don't think anyone from the army was directly involved. The soldiers here are far too proud to dirty their hands with such escapades. I tend to agree. Really, whoever the culprits are, I doubt they're still here in Celtic. There just aren't many viable places to hide such a huge volume of goods without them being found. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they escaped by train? No, that can't be. Boarding a train with that much merchandise would raise suspicion for sure. Also, BRB. It's been less than a day since the burglary happened, so they can't have gotten far. Maybe we should ask around on the main roads and see if anyone saw anything out of the ordinary. Someone suspicious may have been spotted leaving, or even entering the town. That sounds like a wise course of action. Come, let's resume our search. We mustn't let this cowardly thief run free. I wouldn't dream of it. We're going that way. Lulu, are you okay? Look what that nasty man did to her. Is something the matter? I was just chasing after Lulu near the west exit of town, and there was this weird man asleep along the side of the street. A weird man? Asleep in the midst of a bustling town like this, oblivious to its dangers, suggests he must possess formidable skill. Or he was just really drunk. That nasty smell coming off of him nearly made little Lulu faint. That's terrible. It really was. I don't know who he is, but I'll have to keep an eye on Lulu to make sure she keeps her distance from him. So he's not from this town then? I'm not sure. I only started seeing him around a few days ago. I had never seen him before that. Really now? That sounds like a lead if I've ever heard one. If he's drinking in the middle of the day, and isn't Instructor Sarah, then we know he's not a merchant at the very least. Yeah, I think we should go talk to him. Let's have a look near the west exit and see if we can track him down. Is it the drunk man that I talked to earlier? It probably is. Oh, it is. Drink! Bring me another drink! P.U. This guy reeks. How much has he put down? It's only midday and he's already completely blitzed. I don't think this is the man we're looking for. I think he'd have trouble pulling off a robbery. Sir? Are you alright? We can help you back home if you'd like. Shut up! Leave me alone! I'm just a good-for-nothing who just lost his job. Looking after that nature park watched my whole life. Nature park? I wonder if he's talking about the Lunaria Nature Park we saw yesterday. I knew it! Oh, you kids know it? I knew the guard's behavior out front of it was suspicious. You see, I used to be the park ranger for the owl place. And then you lost your job? Yeah, out of nowhere too. I gave him life to that job, I did, and then he just came and took it all from me. The damned official just showed out of nowhere and told me I was sacked. You can't just take a man's livelihood off him like that. It's not fair. That job was my life. My life! Yes, we can see that. Something about this doesn't sound right. I agree. It hardly seems fair to take a man's job away from him without good reason. Right? I'm just so glad somebody understands how I feel. There's no way a bunch of kids like that are gonna do a better job than me. Kids? I was drinking here last night too, see? And a bunch of kids in ranger uniforms went walking out of the town through the west exit. Weird thing was, they was carrying a bunch of wooden boxes too, in the middle of the night. Kids these days, I tell ya. You don't think they could have been the nature park? I wouldn't even have considered it. But given its size, it would no doubt be a perfect hiding spot. Yeah, they'd have no trouble stashing the merchandise there undetected. The men standing at the entrance yesterday were probably there as lookouts. And if a provincial official was the one to tell them he was fired, that's practically a smoking gun. Huh? I say something useful or something? Don't know what I said, but if I helped you out, why not buy me a drink? We can't, we're children. Also, I'm cutting you off, sir. I would suggest you start trying to sober yourself up instead. There's a good chance we may be able to recover both your park and your job. What? We know our next stop. As soon as we're fully prepared, let's head out to the Lunaria Nature Park. Right.
We should take a right here to reach the nature park.
Right. Let's go.
No, fuck off. Oh my god, a continuation! Do I want a continuation, actually? I don't know if I want a continuation anymore, man. Chapter 3, Foreboding. That's 30 pages. Oh my god. Okay, story time again. Because I'm invested in this book, and there's like 14 chapters of this book. The next morning, Alphonse found himself in his commanding officer's, Gerard's, office. He had come to request permission to independently investigate the vampire murders. Gerard scratched his head before giving Alphonse a questioning look, his eyes filled with the kind of vitality one would expect from a much younger man. You want to pursue that case all on your own? Alphonse cleared his throat nervously. He was well aware that what he was asking was completely unreasonable. Not on my own. A civilian has agreed to help me conduct my investigation. The two of us will be working together. It sounded pretty weak to him, but Rose had been adamant that they keep the truth of the matter to themselves. It wouldn't be to the benefit of society for the existence of vampires to become widely known, she had insisted. As such, try and arrange for us to be able to investigate the murders by ourselves, without interruption. Aside from a cool, farewell for now, those had been her last words before disappearing into the night. And what she said made sense. There was simply no way that Gerard would believe that vampires existed, even if it was his surrogate son trying to persuade him. After all, despite seeing a ghoul with his very own eyes, part of Alphonse still wanted to believe that it had all been a dream. To compound the problem further, for reasons that Alphonse wasn't privy to, Rose seemed opposed to anything other than investigating the matter covertly. As such, her joining the team formed to officially investigate the murders was off the table. Alphonse was therefore left with no choice but to propose that the two of them investigate together in secret. Alphonse was not surprised, then, to see Gerard's less than willing expression. Listen, Al, as your guardian, I've got a responsibility to look after you. That's why I want to raise you to be a fine soldier, and why I don't want you putting your life in danger for no good reason. Alphonse flushed. He'd already been removed from the team investigating the murders, as well as taken off night patrol duty. Gerard was well aware of his fixation with the case. That was exactly why he was afraid that Alphonse might end up going too far in his attempts to solve it and get injured, or worse. Gerard, sir, I understand exactly what you're trying to say, and I appreciate your concern, but... Seeing Alphonse's determination, Gerard hesitated. The boy standing before him was calm with clear eyes. Where previously there had been recklessness, now purpose and resolve seemed to rule. After a lengthy silence, he let out a sigh of resignation. You really do take after your father. He smiled fondly, but quickly switched to his official, commanding officer voice. I expect you to give your utmost to successfully solving the mystery behind these murders. However, I will approve of this mission only on the condition that you report daily on the results of your investigation. Sure, Alphonse almost responded in his usual, casual tone, but caught himself just in time. He coughed, cleared his throat, and stood to attention. Gerard chuckled. Just be sure not to put yourself needlessly in danger, understood? And if anything happens, inform me immediately. Yes, sir. Alphonse gave a deep bow, grateful for his guardian's kindness. I see that everything went well. That is good news. The two of them were in the corner of the shopping district where the first victim of the vampire murders had been found. It was the middle of the day, but the alleyway in which they stood was gloomy and draped in shadows by the looming buildings that surrounded it. The second he had stepped into the narrow passageway, Rose had appeared out of nowhere, just like the previous day. Because the place where Alphonse had been attacked by the ghoul the previous night was currently under investigation by the Gerard team, they thought it best to steer clear of it for the rest of the day. As such, they had decided to examine the scene of an earlier murder instead. Unlike the previous night, Rose had neither her coat nor her sword with her. Instead, she wore a simple dress in the local style. Anyone seeing her for the first time wouldn't be able to tell that she was anything more than a perfectly ordinary girl. According to Rose, neither vampires nor ghouls were able to operate in daylight and thus battle. Ready wear was necessary. Everyday clothing also had the benefit of allaying suspicion by blending in, she said. It was fine logic in theory, but with Alphonse still garbed in his military uniform, they made for an unusual pairing. As such, Alphonse couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief when he realized how few people were in the surrounding area. The scene of the first murder still had a solemn air about it. Alphonse set about scouring the area, and as he mused over the case details involving the victim, a question came to mind. Thinking about it, I never heard about any of the earlier victims turning into ghouls. Is that because you've been defeating them? Rose shook her head. No. In previous cases, I was able to purify the bodies with thaumaturgy before they turned into ghouls. I would rather not harm the bodies of the deceased if I can help it. Thaumaturgy, as Rose explained it, was the collective name for special techniques used by a small number of people belonging to the Septian Church. The power of thaumaturgy was also apparently the reason why Rose's rapier and Alphonse's short sword were capable of defeating ghouls and vampires. Curious, Alphonse asked Rose if she was connected to the church, to which she responded, "Feel free to think of it that way." He itched to probe her more on the subject, but she began explaining the particulars about ghouls, so he let it drop. Since the murders had started, it seemed that the time it took for a corpse to turn into a ghoul was decreasing with every kill. Alphonse's encounter with the ghoul the previous night was the first occasion that she had been unable to purify the victim in time. As such, she had been left with no choice but to fight. Still, that possibility was well within my expectations. It's not the first time it has happened after all. That someone like yourself would appear and try to get involved certainly wasn't, however, Rose said with a giggle, causing Alphonse's ears to turn pink at the tips. Anyway, he said, crouching down to inspect the ground level. Have you managed to gather anything about the culprit from your previous investigations? Rose nodded. Judging by the bite marks left on the victims, I believe that the vampire is likely male. Furthermore, despite victims being found all across the city, the bite marks look the same as one another. That suggests the work of a single vampire. Beyond that, however, Rose fell silent. Is something bothering you? Alphonse asked without thinking. Yes, actually. It may be possible that the vampire lurking in the city is... She stopped mid-sentence. Her gaze was focused on something behind Alphonse. Turning around, he saw a young man in a military uniform much like himself. It was someone he knew. Elroy? What are you doing here? I was about to ask you the same thing, the other man grumbled. Elroy was a fellow member of the Gerard team who had joined around the same time as Alphonse did. That combined with the two being roughly the same age, one might expect them to get along well, but in reality, they usually ended up arguing about everything. It had been like that for almost as long as Alphonse had known him. I'd heard you'd formed a separate team to check up on the murders, but I had no idea there was just a pretext to be meeting a woman during working hours. Elroy sneered. Alphonse stifled his annoyance. At least it seemed as if the other man hadn't overheard their earlier conversation. Clearing his throat, Alphonse said evenly, "She's a civilian who's assisting with my investigation, so knock it off. And you? What are you doing here?" Nothing in particular. I just happened to be passing by. We've got to patrol a much wider area now thanks to all this vampire nonsense." Alphonse stood and gave him a cold look. "Watch what you're saying. People in this area have lost family and friends because of these murders." Elroy snorted and cast an uncaring glance at the spot where the first victim had been found. I mean, seriously? Vampire murders? We're supposed to be the Imperial Army, not a bunch of country bracers. Are we seriously considering the possibility that fairy tale creatures like that exist? And besides, what kind of idiot goes out at night when there's a serial killer on the loose? They were asking for it, if you ask me. People need to stay in their damn homes and stop making more work for us. You son of a... Enraged by the sheer callousness of Elroy's words, Alphonse started towards him. Or tried to, rather. Strong, unyielding fingers held him by the arm. Completely expressionless, and without so much as a glance to Elroy, Rose whispered, "Arguing with him serves no purpose. That time would be better spent investigating." She spoke calmly, but her words were sharp and dismissive. What she said was right, though, and hearing it was enough for Alphonse to cool his temper. As she said, they had more important things to be doing. He had sworn that he would solve these murders and put the past behind him, and that needed to be his foremost priority. He took a deep breath to regain his composure. The reassuring weight of the silver sword hidden in his uniform further reminded him of what he needed to do. Watching them, Elroy gave a bored, derisive laugh. "Oh, and civilian helper, or whatever you are. Don't you go wandering around at night, either. The last thing the army needs is more dead bodies to clear up." And with a mocking wave, he left them. After their inspection of the first crime scene, Alphonse and Rose spent the remainder of the day scrutinizing the scenes of the second and third murders, but in the end their search yielded no fruit. After reporting their progress to Gerard, he made his way to the Allegria where he had promised to meet Rose to discuss how they would proceed with their investigation. The city around him was bathed in the orange glow of the setting sun when Alphonse finally stepped into the sparsely populated tavern. He found Rose sitting at a table near one of the windows. Once again, she was wearing the navy coat from their first meeting. It seemed safe to assume that the rapier she used that night was inside it too. "Evening," she called out to him. "I was expecting you to be here sooner." Alphonse didn't reply. He was too busy staring at the girl sitting opposite her. "What's wrong, Luca?" Luca turned at the sound of her name, eyes so wide and moist that tears threatened to fall at any moment. Alfie! Just what is this woman to you?" What? Perplexed, he looked over in Rose's direction as if seeking an explanation. Rose favored him with a bland expression. "All I did was walk into this tavern and state I would like an out-of-the-way table to discuss the future with Al, and she has been pressing me with endless questions ever since." She sighed and shrugged her shoulders as if understood the situation no better than Alphonse did. Seeing this, he let out an even greater sigh. Before Luca could launch into another interrogation, Alphonse set about explaining Rose's role as a civilian helper aiding an army investigation, and after several reassurances, he was eventually able to clear up the misunderstanding. Luca's relief seemed to fill her with renewed energy. Cheerfully, she bounded up from their table and made her way into the back of the tavern again. With her departure, so too left the gazes of the other curious and amused patrons. Rose and Alphonse bent to discussing their investigation. Vampires, Rose elaborated, were only able to use their powers at night. During the day, they were no different from ordinary humans. Unfortunately, this meant that even if they were to encounter one, neither of them would be able to tell. If they hoped to end the murders, they would first need to find some kind of clue as to the vampire's true identity. At one point during the conversation, Alphonse went pale at the thought that they might have to exhume the corpses of previous victims in order to reinvestigate them, but Rose assured that would not be necessary. To his great relief, she had already checked them thoroughly for clues. Even that gruesome task had yielded little more information than the similarities between the bite marks, though. Their vampire foe was a cunning one. The number of bodies and lack of clues all pointed towards a careful killer who more than likely was living right there among them as an ordinary human. After working their way through a simple meal that Luca brought them, Rose casually glanced over to the back of the tavern. "You seemed rather close to that girl," she murmured. It took a few moments for Alphonse to realize who Rose was referring to. "Yeah, I suppose you could say that. I've known her for 10 years now, after all." He had first met Luca when he was brought to Heimdallr by Gerard. Initially, he had stayed in a house near the tavern, and being brought by it often, the two of them quickly became friends. As an orphan, Luca's support over the years meant more to him than words could express. Telling Rose all of this, Alphonse could feel his cheeks heating. He began fidgeting awkwardly. "I'm a little envious," Rose said. As she spoke, Alphonse noticed a change in her expression and tone. Usually, she said things sharply or with an air of cool detachment. Her face also rarely betrayed her inner thoughts. Now, though, he thought he caught a hint of loneliness. Unable to let this pass unnoticed, Alphonse opened his mouth to comment. Suddenly, Rose jumped out of her seat. Her chair fell to the ground with a crash. Once again, the two of them became the subject of a room full of gazes, but she paid that fact no mind and stared out of the window, her eyes open wide. What is it? What's wrong?" Alphonse whispered loudly. "It's nearby. I can sense it." "It? What do you mean?" "The vampire," she hissed. No sooner had she said it, she raced over to the tavern's owner, who was busy at the back of the building. Alphonse chased after her. He had never seen her in such a panicked state before. "Where's the young lady who was here earlier?" Rose asked the puzzled tavern owner, who didn't appear to have any idea who she was referring to. It was then that Alphonse realized that he didn't see Luca anywhere, and hadn't seen her since she brought them their food a half hour before. After telling this to the owner, he finally seemed to realize what he was being asked. "Now that you mention it, I would have expected her to be back by now. I asked her to run an errand over at the grocery store opposite here." Alphonse and Rose exchanged a glance and instantly understood what the other was thinking. Overcome with a sense of great foreboding, the two of them rushed off to the shop without saying a word. "It ends there! No! No!" What do you mean it ended there? We need to find chapter 4! No! We're just prolonging the inevitable! We're just prolonging the inevitable, man! I'm so sad now. Bro, we're just prolonging the inevitable of that story. We need to find chapter 4, man. It's a life or death situation. I guess I'll talk to people. I don't want to know who the ruler of the forest is. Good day. Quite frankly, it terrifies me to think of that. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm surrounded. I went the wrong way. Nar! We're good. Well, not gonna lie, that kid's kind of an asshole. The kid is a massive asshole, bro. Okay, time to be sad. Every time I enter a church, I get sad. This was one of the least depressing trips to the church. I love that. Ah, there goes my hip. I guess I'm getting old. Wait, actually, hold on. I need to go back to the man before you. So, I'm gonna admit, it is 100% because of Tales of Vesperia that I know how to pronounce this name. Because there is a character with the same name. It's pronounced Gauche. Because, yes. Because German. No, Reen, don't apologize to them. They're dicks. Seriously, no wonder Eustace doesn't want to, like, talk about his family. Why are there so many people in this game that are Scottish? Excuse me, would you happen to be Lizzie? That's correct. Does that make you the students from Thor's who the market manager said would be coming then? Yep, that's us. We came to see you about the request you said, and could you explain the situation to us in full? Wait, actually, hold on. I'm not ready to accept this yet. Okay. I don't want to accept it yet. I want to talk to people. I wasn't paying attention to the little explanation mark. This land is despairing and I'm here to comfort it. Wow, that's deep, man. Excuse us, but would you mind giving us some details about the monster you want exterminated? Not at all. The provincial army did say that they would handle it, but they don't exactly seem to be in a hurry to do so. That's why we had to request that all of you take care of it instead. My apologies for that. It's perfectly fine. Please, don't worry about it. Just what sort of monster is it then? From what I've heard, it seems to be a massive avian monster. It appeared last night, supposedly. Worse still, it's appeared right in the middle of the highway and is blocking any passage through it. As such, we really do need this to be taken care of quickly. As for its specific location, you'll find it by heading west once you've left town. It's apparently situated itself on a stone bridge located on the way to Heimdallr. Got it. We'll take care of it as fast as possible. We'll report back once we've done so, too. Alright.
This looks tough. Careful. Go.
I thought there would be a scene! Oh well.
All right, let's do this.
My turn. Keep it up, everyone.
Of course.
Right.
Wait. Oh, they're not.
I'll pick you up.
My turn.
Oh. So they're already linked? I think they're already linked.
There.
Of course.
It's my turn.
Here we go.
What is he doing?
My turn.
Oh.
It's my turn.
Here we go.
Owie.
It's my turn. Now!
I'll take you up.
Of course.
My turn.
Also, ERB.
Hang in there!
Thanks. Of course.
My turn.
Go. Here we go. That's that. Let's keep moving. Great.
All right.
I've only just begun.
I don't remember where the train station is. Is this it? Oh. Yes, there was an inquiry. The wallet seems to match the description we received too. Can I ask when the inquiry was made? I believe it was this morning. A young lady came along in a panic, claiming that she was at a complete loss without her wallet and its contents. From what I could tell, she seems to have been traveling alone too. I get why she would be in a panic then. Did she say anything else that could lead us to her? You mentioned something about returning to the inn to do a thorough check, if I recall correctly. It's the weathercock right down the street. You can't miss it. How convenient. We happen to be staying there ourselves. Okay, let's go ask Margot. Oh, I forgot to turn it in. Oh, I see you've taken care of that monster. I really can't thank you enough. I'll have to let those who use the highway regularly know right away. Of course, first comes your reward for a job well done. Here, take this. I feel kind of bad receiving this much. There's no need to. You definitely earned it. Apologies for leaving all the work to you, but good luck with the investigation too. Realized that I never actually finished the quest. Okay, continuing. Hey there, is something the matter? Do you have a moment? There's something we'd like to ask you. Oh, you're looking for Annabelle. Bad timing though, she just left. That's unfortunate. But we have a name now, at least. That makes life a lot easier. True. All that's left now is to actually meet with her. She mentioned that she'd be searching at the rest area in the Grand Market next, so you'll want to head there. Make sure you return it to her, okay? We will. Let's go. Oh. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know if a young lady came in here searching for her wallet, would you? She was indeed here a few moments ago, but she's gone now. Do you know where she went then? Unfortunately not. She did mention something about having no choice but to rely on Adios now, though. Does that help you out at all? I think there's only one place that could be. Shall we make our way to the church? That seems like our best bet for now. Oh, Adios, please have mercy on my poor soul. I simply cannot believe this. How am I supposed to live on, having lost all my mirror in a place like this? Looks like we found her. The tragic heroine act made it kind of obvious. Unfortunately, we'll have to interrupt her. Excuse me. Just who are all of you? Well, you can turn right around if you're planning to rob me. I no longer have any... Please, calm down. We just want to ask you something. Are we correct in assuming that you are Annabelle? I am. Thought so. You wouldn't happen to recognize this wallet, would you? That's my wallet. Where did you find it? Well, you see... Thank you so much. I'm surprised to hear that a merchant from the Grand Market kept it safe for me, however. Kindness remains within people's hearts after all, it would seem. Looks that way, yeah. Regardless, I'm very grateful that you found it for me. Is there any particular amount that you'd like in return? You can take half of what's currently in here if you'd like. I don't think we could accept that. Your thanks alone are enough. I see. Well, how about this then? I purchased it as a souvenir at the Grand Market before the Great Wallet search began. I see no reason you can't accept that. In fact, I insist. I hope you find it useful. Thank you. We gratefully accept then. You're very welcome. Thank you again for finding my wallet. I didn't find your wallet, but sure. So you managed to find the owner after all then? Thank goodness. I really can't thank you enough. I'm glad that we could be of help. Please excuse us then.
Doesn't seem like anybody's here. I wonder what happened to those bossy guys who were here before. If they really are the culprits, maybe they've run away already?
This woodland is too dense to reliably intuit whether anyone awaits within.
Yeah.
What's this?
It's...
A bracelet?
How did a bracelet come to be in a place such as this?
Just as I thought. This bracelet has the same design on it as the ones that the merchant from the capital was planning on selling.
Really?
You're sure?
Positive. There's not a doubt in my mind that it was designed by the same person. Care to give a second opinion on that, Laura?
I'm hardly qualified to weigh in on recent trends, but there do seem to be a number of similarities between this bracelet and the merchant's goods.
So the fact that it's here means...
Yeah. It's extremely likely the culprits we're looking for are inside this park.
Sure seems that way to me.
It only opens from the inside. I suppose that leaves us little choice.
Are you going to destroy it?
Will you be able to...
The lock seems quite solid, but my sword should be strong enough to...
Wait. I'll do it. I can get it done more quietly.
Oh?
Really?
Well, what are you going to do?
The 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School's 4th form, Autumn Leaf Cutter.
Huh?
Seriously?
Wow! You cut it right in two!
I did, thankfully.
Spectacular. It's an honor bearing witness to one of the skills of the 8 Leaves School.
Thanks, but I'm still more or less a beginner. Anyway, we don't have much time left. Let's head inside and see if we can find them.
Right. We need to find them before the sun starts to set.
Looks like we can still make it after all.
Excellent. Come then, we must make haste.
So, does Reen become fire later? Because I'm confused. Because he's been using, like, nature. But that's not fire. But he's fire and Beyond the Horizon. So I'm, like, confused. I want to know when he gets fire. Maybe in a later game.
There's tons of little stone monuments in here.
Yeah. What do you think they're supposed to be?
I imagine they were made by the animists in this province.
Enemies ahead! We'll have to fight!
Go! Go!
An opening! My turn.
Here we go!
It's my turn.
My turn!
Right. We should keep going.
Nicely done. Well, shall we begin?
Here we go!
I can do this.
Right!
Of course. Hey!
Take this. It's my turn. Go.
I'll take you up! My turn!
Of course.
My turn!
It's my turn. Fire.
Right!
Of course. Hey!
Here we go!
Okay, it's safe for now.
Come on then.
My turn! Now's a chance!
An opening!
It's my turn. Fire. That takes care of it. Well, shall we
Here
begin?
we go!
Right. Go.
turn. My turn.
I can do this.
Right. Hey. My turn. Let's go.
I've got you.
Here we go.
Right. Fire. That takes care of them.
Wait, the game lied to me. It said Elliot can't pierce. Can't stagger the enemy. Oh well.
Is that a treasure chest?
Enemy sighting. Take him out. Here we go.
Right.
Of course.
My turn. Here we go. There's a chance.
And only
Right.
right. Hey! Evil will fall before my blade.
Oh, it sounds like a you problem, Link. Did you not see what I posted in
This
VIP
maze a
chat?
dead end.
That RIP
Yeah,
US if you're not
covers
left
a
of
lot more
Texas?
area than I was expecting.
It's just gonna get worse through the weekend, bro.
A challenging foe. We should engage it with care.
I'm scared of this enemy. I'm just gonna... Okay.
This looks tough. Careful.
Go.
I don't even know what you're weak to. How much does that do? Oh, not much. Not much. Well, the crit does a lot. Ow! My health! I had health and then I didn't have health.
Give it up, everyone. It's my turn. Hang in there.
Thanks, my turn.
I had health and then I didn't have health. Ow, what the fuck, brother?
I can do this. Fire. That takes care of them.
What the fuck, man? That was just a regular enemy. There's no way that was just a regular enemy. Fuck, man.
Oh, there's a stream here. This seems like a nice spot.
I don't know where, though.
Enemy sighting. Here we go.
Right.
Right. Oh, we did.
Know where the spot would be. Big ass stream, bro. I don't know where in this stream would fishing be. Would it be on the bridge?
I welcome all
I can do
challenges.
this.
My turn.
Of course. Hey!
My turn.
Right.
I'm assuming it's on the bridge.
My turn.
I can do this. Fire.
Right. Hey!
Right. Oh, we did.
Is it on the bridge? Not on the bridge. No, it's not on the bridge. Literally, I don't know where in this body of water the fishing spot is. I don't think there is a fishing spot, actually.
That looks like a strong one. Be careful.
Not again!
Watch out. This is a tough.
Oh, there's two of them! Oh god, it got worse!
It's my turn. Turn to flame. Go.
I'll pick you up. My turn. Give it up, everyone.
Right.
Shatter!
My turn.
Okay, apparently let's play the enemy can't hit me game.
It's my turn. Turn to flame. Burn.
They can hit Elliot, that doesn't count. They can't hit my attackers.
Your swordsmanship
I've got a way to go to get to your level.
Oh, they level up? Oh.
Right.
Only Reen got a level from that fight.
It's a treasure chest.
Is this a- Oh, I'm stupid. Don't mind me and my idiocy. Prevents faint? Like, Oko moves? Is that what that means? Oh, wait. I'll put prevent seal on you actually because you're the healer. And you, I guess. And oh. Okay, we're ready. It's almost like you're supposed to look at the accessories.
Come on then. It's my turn. Now.
Reen was fine
My turn.
with his. That's about it. But, you know.
My turn.
I can do this. Go.
I'll bet you up. That was perfect,
keep it up.
Elisa.
He totally didn't take a nap and just realized it was 10:30. Oh no, Hema. Smoke grenade. What's this way?
Just how deep does this forest go?
We must be pretty far in
Wait.
now. I'd imagine we're almost there.
Did I get all the chests over there? I don't think I did. There's gotta be one in this direction, right? Huh.
Enemies ahead. We'll have to fight.
Now's our chance.
An opening.
It's my turn.
Right. Hey.
You still have a lot of training.
I did it.
Right.
I can't sense anyone in this area.
That's cool, Laura.
We have nothing to
My
fear.
turn.
Right. Fire. Go.
I'll bet you up. Let's go.
I thought he couldn't pierce. The game told me specifically that Elliot can't pierce.
It's my turn. Fire.
Right.
My turn.
It's okay. Leave it to me to make the game lie to me. Is that a panda? Oh, that is a panda. I feel bad beating up the panda.
That was
Let's
perfect,
keep it up.
Elisa.
Oh! They high-fived.
It's a treasure chest.
What the?
Enemy sighted. Take him out.
It's my turn.
What if I just...
Behold, my most powerful strike! Radiant blade dance!
Right.
Okay.
My turn. All right.
Give it up, everyone!
Right. Hang in there.
You have my faith.
Go.
Ow.
Right.
Green, stop being stunned.
Turn to flame. Now.
I'll pick you up! My turn.
That's a problem.
I can do this. Turn to flame. Burn.
Go. There.
My turn.
Right. Fire now.
I'll pick you up!
Go.
Right.
You still have a lot.
Jesus Christ. Ooh. Okay. Wait, what? Oh. Are they? Oh my god, they are.
Well, shall we begin?
Here we go.
An opening!
Right.
My turn! My turn! Hey!
Go.
Right. Fire.
Right! Is everybody okay? I welcome all
Go.
challengers.
That's a chance.
An opening! My turn. Now!
Go.
Right.
Right!
Here we go. Okay. It's safe for now.
Oh, they are all their own separate
I'll
fights.
pick you up!
Go.
My turn. Hey! My turn.
My turn. Okay. It's safe. I did it. Bring it on. Here we go. That's a chance.
An opening!
I can do this.
Right!
Here we go.
I can do this. Fire.
My turn. My turn. Now!
I can do this.
Right! Alright, let's keep going!
I did it!
Not bad.
have nothing to fear.
Oh wait, there's more.
Here we go.
My turn.
Too slow.
It's my turn. Go!
I'll make you up.
Here we go. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Nicely done.
Is that a treasure chest?
Yes, Laura, yes it is, but there's like 70 million enemies in the way.
I can do this.
My turn.
Go.
I can do this.
My turn.
My turn. Now's a chance.
An opening.
It's my turn.
Of course.
You still have a lot of...
It's a treasure chest. Oh, hey, there's an orbman charging station.
We must be in the most remote reaches of the park.
Don't trust it. Because that one is a golden one. I don't trust it.
There they are.
Not bad for a night's work. And if those idiots don't withdraw that petition, we'll be able to make even more.
Don't get carried away now. We get a reward for all this anyway. We're making out just fine as it is.
Still, who were those guys? The provincial army seemed happy to go out of their way for it.
No idea. But then, I can never figure out what that man's thinking. None of our business either. We just need to be ready to abandon this place at a moment's notice.
You're not going anywhere.
What?
Who's there?
You're those students from yesterday.
I know I locked the gate.
Don't tell me you broke in.
Indeed, we did.
It looks like the stolen goods are all here too.
We caught you red-handed.
Let's take them out.
They're just kids. They should be no match for us.
Since we're all alone out here, ain't nobody gonna see a thing.
Hope you're ready for the beating of your lives.
I highly doubt we'll be the ones to endure a beating here today.
As long as we make good use of the Arcus's combat links.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance.
Here we go.
We have nothing to fear.
My turn.
Well, technically just beating up children is frowned upon, gentlemen.
I can do this.
Right. Now.
I've got you.
Of course. Hey.
Oh, they're shooting us? That's even worse.
My turn.
Is shooting children.
It's my turn.
Of course.
Go.
It's my turn.
Right.
Oh, please.
Huh?
My turn.
Here we go. That's the power of the 8 leaves.
Oh, this has got to be some kind of joke. They're kids.
How pitiful. That barely even qualifies as a warm-up.
Well, when you're used to Instructor Sarah's training exercises, warm-ups take on a whole new meaning.
That's very true.
Bottom line, we won. Fair and square. I'd suggest you surrender yourselves and apologize to everyone in the Grand Market for all the trouble you've caused.
And we'll be returning those stolen goods to their rightful owners, too.
We would also be very interested to learn who hired you.
You must be out of your damned minds if you really think you've won.
Elliot?
What's wrong? I don't know. I just thought I heard the sound of a flute.
Huh?
What was that?
It sounded like the cry of an enormous beast.
What's happening?
It's coming this way!
Help!
A giant baboon?
It's huge!
I believe we're dealing with the ruler of this forest. What would you suggest, Reen?
Well, they may be thieves, but we can't just leave them to die. We're going to have to fight it.
Understood.
All right.
Helios, help us!
Be careful, this one looks strong.
I didn't want to even go up against the small versions of them.
My turn. Give it up, everyone.
I get it.
Oh. Oh. Reen had an epiphany.
My turn. Flames, gavel on my blade.
Oh.
It's my turn.
Oh.
Turn to flames. Burn!
Analyzing enemy attack patterns. Analysis complete.
I don't know how to read that. Alright.
Right. Shatter.
Owie.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right. Give it up, everyone. My turn. Hey! Fool. Of course. Hey! Right.
It's my turn. Turn to flames. Burn! Now!
I'll take you up. Of course. Shatter! Off guard. Go!
do this!
Yeah,
Leave it to me!
It's my turn.
Right! Off guard!
Go!
My turn.
Go!
I can do this. Fire!
My turn.
It's my turn.
My turn! Huh?
Right. Give it up, everyone.
Right.
Of course! Huh?
Right.
Go! Now's our chance!
An opening! Of course! Huh?
Give it up, everyone.
Go! All right, let's do this!
Understood!
I can do this.
My turn! Hey!
Right.
My turn!
Right! Hey!
My turn.
Right.
Of course! Huh? Evil will fall before my blade.
I did it!
I did it!
I've only...
That was kind of terrifying.
I thought we were done for.
Still, at least we were able to defeat it. Reen, what was that skill you just performed?
Oh, it was something I've been working on for a while. This was the first chance I had to put it through its paces, though. I definitely feel like I'm getting the hang of it now.
I see.
You really are amazing, Reen.
Yeah, you're always there to help us when we need it most.
No, that's not true. There's really only so much I can do on my own. We wouldn't have been able to defeat that thing if we hadn't all been working together as a team. This was a victory for Group A as a whole.
Well said.
Indeed.
Unbelievable. What are these kids even doing here?
That bastard. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Who are you talking about?
What?
Uh-oh.
It seems we have some unwelcome guests.
There they are!
And they're not alone.
Put your hands in the air!
Don't try to resist.
Why are you surrounding us and not them?
Keep your mouth shut!
Don't think we're gonna go easy on you just because you're students.
Looks like all your hard work was for nothing, huh? Sucks to be you!
They're not even trying to hide their involvement.
Utterly shameless.
You're jumping to an awful lot of conclusions. I see two groups of people and a collection of stolen goods, but no indication of which group was responsible. Do you have any way to prove that the four of you aren't the perpetrators?
What? Do you intend to frame us?
This is preposterous!
I'm just telling you that you need to mind your own business and learn your place. The Kreutzen province is the territory of Duke Algorea. And I will not have a gaggle of bratty students poking their noses where they don't belong. You will back down now, or we'll be more than happy to arrest you right here and drag you to Bereahard City, kicking and screaming.
Damn.
This is ridiculous.
I'm afraid you'll be doing no such thing.
What?
Who's there? Oh!
It's the Railway Military Police.
Railway Military Police?
Yeah, the RMP.
They're supposed to be the most elite unit in the whole of the Imperial Army.
The Icy Maiden. Why has one of the Chancellor's dogs come here?
What is the meaning of this? This area is under the jurisdiction of the Kreutzen Provincial Army. The Imperial Army has no right to intervene.
With all due respect, Keldic is a major interchange station in our railway network. So in point of fact, we have every right to investigate any incidents that occur in this general vicinity. As I'm sure you well know. And in accordance with our investigation thus far, after having questioned all those connected to the incident, we have concluded that it is impossible for any of these students to be guilty of these crimes. Do you wish to contest this judgment?
I suppose not.
Well then, may I suggest you leave us to do our jobs? The RMP will take responsibility for returning all of the stolen goods to their rightful owners as well.
Men, withdraw! We're returning to Keldic.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
You've got to be kidding me!
We had a deal.
Take them into custody.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, crap. Totally boned.
There's no point in resisting. You're coming with us.
Damned Ironblood dog.
She's really pretty.
Is she really part of the RMP?
Thank you all very much for your assistance. My name is Captain Claire Revelt of the Railway Military Police. We're a division of the Imperial Army. And you are the visiting students from Thor's Military Academy, are you not? I'll need to file a report about what happened here. So would the four of you mind accompanying me?
We really are grateful for everything you've done today. Thanks to you, the stolen goods have been recovered and those responsible have been found and arrested. I can't possibly express my gratitude. I'm just glad we were able to help. Besides, it was only thanks to the RMP's involvement that we were able to catch the culprits in the end. Oh, there's no need to be so modest. All we did was physically arrest the culprits. The rest was entirely on you. If not for your assistance in stopping the criminals from escaping, we would have missed our chance to intervene altogether. I believe the credit for this achievement is yours, and yours alone. All this attention is kind of embarrassing. So I suppose it would be rude not to accept your thanks. Indeed. You should all be very proud of what you've accomplished here. So, can we leave everything in your capable hands from here on out, Captain? Of course, I'm intending to leave a number of our soldiers here for the time being. Rest assured that we'll take care of any further problems that may arise. We are greatly obliged. Still, while your personal loyalties may differ, both the RMP and the Provincial Army are made up of Erebonian soldiers. So I'd appreciate it if you try not to stand out too much. Your presence may create some anxiety among the locals. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Thank you for your cooperation with our report. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time. Oh, no, not at all. And, really appreciate you coming to our aid like that. Oh, there's no need to thank me, really. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I regret having stepped in at all. Overcoming such an impossible situation was probably meant to be part of your field study, too. To build character, perhaps. What?
Yeah, I may be good, but I'm not that good.
Oh! Instructor?
I was wondering when you'd show up.
It's been a while, Sarah.
That it has. 6 months, give or take? Honestly, I had no idea you RMP folks were gonna get involved with this. I suppose you had everything that was happening here figured out all along.
You overestimate my abilities. I did receive a report that suggested there might be trouble here, but that's it.
Oh, from your brother, I take it. Nothing gets past you lot.
We're just trying to make sure we're prepared to deal with any problems that might arise. But I'm sorry to say I don't have any more time to catch up with you right now. I really need to be taking my leave. I wish all the best to you and the rest of Class 7.
Ah.
Was she really part of the military? She sure didn't seem it. Her movements and actions, however, were those of a skilled officer. Highly skilled. Yeah, and the rest of the railway military police seemed really well trained too. You know her, instructor? You could say that. Anyway, it looks like you've managed to finish up all the tasks I laid out for you. So I think it's about time we take our leave of this place too. Understood. Do take care, everyone. Give my regards to Principal Van Dyke. And if you're ever in the area again, please do come to the market and say hi. You'll be more than welcome. We will. Thank you for everything.
She's asleep again.
You don't think she's faking it, do you?
No. Judging by her breathing, I believe she really is asleep.
Well, it sounds like Group B turned out to be a complete disaster. If she had to deal with them, then come back here on the same day, I'll bet she's totally spent.
Yeah, good point. Anyone would be exhausted trying to sort that out.
It's hard to imagine her actually working hard, though, considering her usual attitude.
It does seem as though she's genuinely looking out for us, however.
So, this is how our first field study trip comes to an end, huh? I think I might have an idea now as to why we're here, though.
I had the same thought. Testing the Arcus is clearly a big reason for coming here, but it's not the only reason. I think it has more to do with making sure we see everything that's going on with our own eyes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Learning more about places in Erebonia we've only read about in books. and getting to see the issues occurring in those regions firsthand, just like in Celtic.
Indeed. And just as we thought and acted swiftly in the face of crisis this time, so too may we be called upon to do so again. These field studies may aim to test and cultivate those skills in preparation for our futures.
Exactly. Add to that good judgment, decisiveness, and general conduct, and I'd say we have a pretty clear picture as to why we're out in the field. Basically, we're training everywhere we go.
Well, you're about half right.
Instructor.
I was so certain you were sound asleep.
What can I say? I can nod off and back on again in the blink of an eye. It's what I do. As you rightly noted, having first-hand knowledge of the areas to which you might be deployed is of tremendous importance, as is the ability to make swift, accurate judgments and solve problems with or without orders. Developing all these skills to their fullest is definitely a major part of why you're undertaking these field studies.
Just as I thought.
It's an interesting approach, but honestly, I've never heard of any other military academy trying it.
You say we're only half right, however. Which begs the question, what's the rest of the story?
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, not at all. I was just thinking about what we did during our field study and why we were doing it. The whole concept seems eerily similar to the MO of bracers.
Now that you mention it...
The Bracer Guild prides itself on protecting civilians over all else, so it seems an unusual source of inspiration for a military academy. But the tasks we were given in Celtic do seem to align themselves quite well with the Bracer's basic philosophy.
Yeah, I guess so. Their emblem depicts a supporting gauntlet, and that's pretty much exactly what we've been for these people. Bracers still have branches all over the continent, but you hardly ever see them in Erebonia anymore.
Well, you got me, which means...
How are we ever supposed to take her seriously when she says things like that, then conspicuously falls asleep?
Well, whether or not we did in fact get her, it still seems like bracers are somehow related to our activities here.
Not that Instructor Sarah is likely to come clean about our involvement anytime soon. I suppose until she does, all we can do is prepare ourselves in body and mind for our next field study.
Yeah.
Is there something else bothering you?
Oh, no. It's just... Well, we've been in the same class for a month now. And this whole time I've been kind of keeping you in the dark.
What do you mean?
You aren't referring to the issue regarding your swordsmanship, I take it?
No, it's not that. It's something I've been hiding from you all this time. Regarding my social class.
What?
Are you saying your family...
Yeah, I dodged the question when Machias asked. But technically, I come from a family of nobles. My hometown is Ymir, in the northern mountains. I'm the son of its ruler, Baron Schwarzer.
You're from Ymir?
Schwarzer. Now that you mention it, I have heard the name before. An honorable family, closely tied with the imperial family themselves, despite being headed by a mere baron.
I never would have imagined you might be the son of a noble too.
I wouldn't have expected you to. I don't act like one. My dad and mom are both quite easygoing individuals. They don't behave like your typical nobles at all. And technically, since I was adopted, I don't have any actual noble blood running through me. I'm upper class in name only.
So, you...
Sounds like you've got your own issues to deal with, just like the rest of us, huh?
I don't think of it as a big deal, and I don't want you to think of it as one either. I just didn't want to keep it a secret any longer. After everything we've been through these past few days, I owe you guys that much. I mean, you're all going to be a major part of my life from here on out. It's only fair to share as much as I can with you, right?
I don't know what to say.
You consider us to be major parts of your life?
Honestly, has anyone ever told you that you can be way too serious sometimes? Just be sure you reveal your true identity to the others when we get back, too.
Oh, I intend to.
Ah, youth. Still, even discounting the strangely perfect timing of the railway military police, that ruler of the forest they ran into in the nature park. Seems to be a harbinger of something big happening behind the scenes.
I must admit, I wasn't expecting the Icy Maiden to show up when she did. We may need to adjust our plans to compensate for this interference.
That won't be necessary. This was not a significant setback. If anything, it provided an unexpected bonus, giving us a valuable glimpse into the means through which the RMP and Intelligence Division coordinate their efforts. With both organizations posing sizable threats to our operation, that information alone makes this all worthwhile.
A valid point. Should we proceed as planned, then?
Of course. The tyrant must yet face the merciless hammer of judgment.
Yes. May his lofty ambitions be crushed to dust and swept away.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you. Keep up the good work. Perfect! You guys are the best!
Late May. The lino flowers that painted Trista's spring fields had faded, replaced by lush greenery and a refreshing breeze. With the trials of last month's field study behind us, we found ourselves caught up once more in the bustle of school life. Both our combat training and academic studies continued to become more and more demanding. But May also heralded the beginning of specialist classes, more befitting a military academy.
The Orbital Revolution 50 years ago changed the way wars were fought forever. There are a number of reasons for this fundamental change, but 4 factors in particular that I would argue to be the most important. The first is the invention of orbital guns, cannons, and other weaponry. The increased accuracy of these weapons, as well as their ease of maintenance and manufacture, instantly rendered all other firearms obsolete. The second factor is the associated mechanization of the military. Orbital technology led to the formation of armored divisions made up of tanks and armored cars. The impact this new kind of tactical unit had on the battlefield, with its enhanced offense, defense, and mobility, cannot be overstated. The third factor is the invention of airships. Warships that rely on the gravity manipulation ability of a flight field to remain in the air simply did not exist before the revolution. The sudden addition of a whole new dimension to war, the sky, made countless new strategies viable that were previously unimaginable. And the last factor is the creation of an entirely new practical science, which may be the biggest, most important change of all. Without orbital technology, such a concept would scarcely even have been conceivable, but now we'd be virtually crippled without it. Reen Schwarzer, can you tell the class what that new scientific breakthrough was?
Orbital communication? I think. The only reason I know these answers is because of Daybreak. Correct. The answer is orbital communications, a form of wireless communication technology based on formless transmissions through orbital waves. This allows officers on the battlefield to obtain pertinent information in real time, leading to precise, accurate troop movements. Of course, countermeasures have also been invented, such as wiretapping and jamming, to partially limit its benefits, but nonetheless. Yo, I got it right. Well done. This is all pretty high-level stuff. I mean, I know the basics, but I've never heard it gone into in such detail before. Yeah, we're going to have to work really hard to keep up. Why do the girls get cooking?
To be placed in a class like that. I was truly looking forward to studying alongside her.
Is that girl next to her not the one who scored the highest on the entrance exam?
I believe so, though I also hear she's a mere commoner.
There's something about that silvered-haired girl that I find oddly soothing. I wonder if she'd let me stroke her hair if I were to ask nicely.
That's quite enough idle chatter. We are members of Class 1. We are above such droll behavior. As well, we cannot allow ourselves to be bettered by that rabble, even in something as insignificant as the culinary arts.
Of course not.
I'm so accustomed to our chef doing all of the cooking, however, that I must admit I'm finding this all rather challenging. Could they make it a little less obvious they're talking about us? I mean, seriously.
It stands to reason they'd be curious about our class. It's hard to blame them for that, at least.
I think you've whisked that plenty already.
I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of using an orbital computer.
Likewise. I was lost at first, but it's slowly beginning to make more sense.
Well, it is cutting-edge technology here in Erebonia, so I think most people are confused until they've gotten used to it. Machias and Eustace both picked it up surprisingly quickly, though.
Yeah, but academics are their thing. And I'm pretty sure Machias has been interested in computers for a while, too.
Eustace also seems to get the hang of things far quicker than most people, even if he's not interested in them at all. Which probably just adds insult to injury for Machias.
I'll bet. I hear they were really butting heads during last month's field study.
They were. At one point, things almost took a violent turn. We were able to hold them back, but I don't think we could have kept them under control for long if Instructor Sarah hadn't arrived.
We really need to do something about them, but I have no idea what.
I don't either, but you're right. This has gone on for way too long as it is. It needs to stop.
Rean Schwarzer.
Huh? Isn't he from Class 1?
Patrick, is it?
That is correct. My full name is Patrick T. Hyarms. I don't believe I need to say anything more than that.
What?
So, you're from the Hyarms family.
Are they prestigious?
About as prestigious as they come. The Hyarmses are one of the 4 great houses. Though they're slightly lower in rank than the Albareas. I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
It doesn't matter. I didn't come here to talk to commoners or foreigners. I came to bring gladsome tidings to you, Rean Schwarzer. I am generously extending you welcome to make use of the accommodations on the 3rd floor of the Student Union building.
You mean...
the 3rd floor?
That's where the Noble's Salon is, right?
Your father may be a mere baron, but that still makes you a noble. And though you've had the misfortune of sharing a class with this riffraff, I have decided to use my good name as a member of the Hyarms family to afford you the privilege of joining us. I do hope you appreciate it.
Well, how can I turn him down politely?
This hardly strikes me as the best place to be recruiting new members.
Eustace.
Eustace Albarea?
I wasn't aware the 3rd son of the Hyarms family counted playing factions among his hobbies. If you wished for company in the salon, should you not have come to me first?
You? You've been invited countless times. You simply choose not to come. Despite there being no shortage of second years practically begging for your company.
I have no interest.
Suit yourself then. But you, Schwarzer, make sure you think long and hard about this. If you care about your future, you need to start thinking about the connections you're making and the sides you're taking.
He's certainly not shy.
No, he's not. I wasn't sure how to turn him down either. Thanks for stepping in, Eustace.
I wasn't trying to help you. But I did cause you some trouble during last month's field study, so... no. That's all.
Last month's field study? Is he...
Yeah. I think he means the run-in we had with the Provincial Army.
Ah, so he feels partially responsible for his family's actions then. He must have been looking for a way to apologize to you.
Huh. I guess he has a nice side after all.
Good work today, class. Tomorrow is a free day, so do take it easy. You've earned it. Just remember, next Wednesday is your second practical exam. I was wondering when she'd bring that up. Will you be announcing the details of our next field study trip on Wednesday also? Of course, you'll be heading out next weekend. I'm sure you can hardly wait. I, for one, very much look forward to it. Oh, and one more thing. Your midterms are scheduled for the middle of next month, so just file that away, if you would. Midterms? Sounds irritating. So we finally get to put all the knowledge we've gained throughout the past few months to the test. Yes, and that's a good thing. You need to be thinking about your academic studies. School can't just be about military strategy, you know. Because if it is, I'm going to get an earful from Vice Principal Heinrich again. Is that all you care about? Can we ask you if there's anything we don't understand? Not if you care about the answer being right. I'm a combat instructor. Book smarts like that are well beyond me. Gee. I love when my teacher tells me not to ask them questions if I care about it being right. Anyway, that's all for homeroom. Machias, if you'd please. Yes, instructor.
All rise. Bow.
Well, I'll see you later, Reen.
Later.
Oh, are you two going to club activities today?
Yeah, I am. Did you want to have dinner together later?
We've been eating in the cafeteria an awful lot lately, so maybe we could go to the cafe in Trista today for a change of scenery?
Sounds good to me. You want to just meet up in the entrance hall later?
Sure.
See you then.
Oh, hi, Elisa. Are you off to club practice too?
Oh, no, not today.
What is it? Is there something you wanted to ask me?
It's nothing. I'll see you later.
What was that all about?
Did you do something else to upset her?
Not that I'm aware of. Although, I suppose it's possible I did something wrong without even realizing it. Knowing her.
I was speaking in jest, I assure you. Are you planning on going into the old schoolhouse again tomorrow?
Yeah. The principal did ask me to keep an eye on it, so I thought I'd make time for a quick look inside.
Alright. Please let me know when you're planning to begin the expedition, if you would. I have club activities tomorrow, but as far as I'm concerned, the old schoolhouse takes priority.
Thanks. I'll let you know.
Excellent. I'll see you tomorrow then.
You're in the chess club, aren't you, Machias? Or are you planning on studying in the library?
Since when was it any of your business what I choose to do after class?
No, I just... Have I done something to upset you?
Not especially. It's actually my fault for being deceived so easily in the first place.
Oh. Let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all in equal standing here. I'm really sorry. I wasn't trying to deceive you. I just...
Save your breath. Whether you're a noble or not is beside the point. The bottom line is you lied to me, and I simply cannot trust those who lie. That's all there is to it.
I'm sorry.
Now, please, think nothing of it.
Oh, am I intruding?
Oh, no. Not at all. Did you need something?
I accidentally left one of my textbooks in my desk, so I came back to fetch it. Ah, here it is.
What subject?
Take a look.
Studying hard as always, I see. Except, wait. Intermediate? Isn't that part of the Sunday school curriculum? Seems a bit basic for you.
Oh, it's not for me. I promised to help Fee with her math studies. I found this at a bookshop in town and thought it might be of some use to her.
Ah, okay.
Which reminds me, I should really be going. I'm sure she's waiting for me by now. I'll see you later, Reen.
Take care.
And don't worry.
Huh?
I'm sure Machias doesn't hate you or anything.
you can find some way of making him realize how you feel, I'm sure he'll understand. It's just getting through to him that might be tough.
Yeah. I just have to keep at it. If Emma believes I can make it work, then I'll believe it too. I should probably also get going. Maybe I'll wander around the academy grounds for a while before returning to the dorm.
Okay, but like what I want to know is why the most depressing ass music played during that scene. Like, why, bro? Also, Machias hating all nobles is kind of stupid, not gonna lie. Because, I understand if you hate the nobles that act like nobles like Eustace. Honestly, I can kind of see why you would hate him. I love him because of his snark, but I can see why you would hate Eustace, though. But, like, Reen does not act noble at all. In the slightest. Are we gonna... Is everyone in this class at some point gonna hate Reen for something that he didn't do? Bro, right now we're heading in the direction of everyone in this class. It's... So far, both of the things Reen has been hated for by people in the class is not something that Reen did. He didn't do... It's not his fault he was adopted into it. I don't wanna know Reen's whole story, though. Like, I'm good. I don't wanna know his whole story. I also, because Reen did say he has a sister, I also don't want to know if that's like his actual biological sister, or if she was already in the family. You love choosing when and who adopts you as a child? Oh bro, same. Same. Yeah, I want to know if Reen's sister is like his actual like by blood biological sister, or if that's the family's child. But I also don't want to know that. We haven't even seen Reen's sister, so... all he did was mention her. At first I thought she was kind of plain, but she's pretty cute when you get a look at her up close. Damn, Brant. Oh, you're the creepy guy that wants to take a picture of all the girls at this school. Fuck off. You're the creepy guy that wants to take a picture of all the women at the school. He wanted to do that with the lacrosse club, too. He wanted to fucking, like, take up all their pictures. And I'm like, bro. Mint, you are not doing a great job here, honey. No, take him up on it. Take him up on it. Reen's not really that bad of a guy, bro. I don't know why everyone's like fucking hating on him. Jesus Christ. I mean, Van's not technically a bad guy either, but Reen's a better. Reen's better, like, behaved than Van. Reen hasn't been corrupted like Van. Let's just say that. But Reen's not that bad of a guy. I don't know why everyone's hating on him, man. Reen hasn't been exposed to the true horrors of the world like Van. Yeah, I know. Like, Van? Honestly, I think Van's looks are deceiving and his... I mean, his reputation's not actually that terrible. It's just that... I mean, he hasn't technically done anything illegal. But Van immediately wanted to go into people's houses without asking, and the first thing Reen says when I try that is, we probably shouldn't barge into random people's houses. But, like, why not, bro? Van would have done it. You know, give it time. Give it time. Reen will eventually be, Reen will eventually be exposed to the true horrors of this world. Give it time. There's technically 5 games for him. Technically 6 if you count Beyond the Horizon. But leading up to Beyond the Horizon, there's technically 5 games leading up to the horrors of the world. Give Reen some time. He is a student at a military academy, and I can't see that for Trails of Cold Steel 1 through 4 that he's going to be here the entire time. At some point he's gotta graduate, right? Considering this is only a 2-year school. So, like... I think he turns 18 in the next game. He starts at 17. I think he turns 18 in the next game. And then he's like 19 and 3. I think he's 20 in the anime. And then he's like 21 in Cold Steel 4. And he's 23 in Beyond the Horizon. Listen, give it time for him to see the true horrors of the world. But as of right now, he hasn't been exposed to the true horrors of the world, so honestly... I feel like Reen is always somehow in the wrong place at the wrong time. Mistakenly? I wouldn't say mistakenly. She did try to feed Reen one of her love cookies. Margarita mistakenly put the wrong ingredients into her cookies, so I wanted to bring it to her attention. Unfortunately, she seems to have run off somewhere. Margarita is developing a habit of adding the wrong ingredients to her cooking. That aside, the cooking club's activities are coming along well. No, she's not doing that accidentally. It's on purpose. I hear that the first years had a cooking class today. It's always interesting to see students from the upper class get really into it, since most have servants to cook for them. Hopefully this will inspire some of them to join our club too. Good, as long as you don't say any more creepy things to me, I'm fine, sir. Goodbye, everybody. You look kind of down, Reen. It's not like you. Yeah, I suppose so. Some stuff's been weighing on me lately. How should I go about apologizing to Machias? For what? Reen, you literally didn't fucking do anything. Yeah, sorry I was adopted into this noble family. Okay, so like, Machias is overreacting because Reen said that there's not a drop of noble blood in his veins, which wasn't a lie because he wasn't born into the family. He was adopted into it. So technically, by technicality, Reen didn't lie to Machias. Because he said there's not a drop of noble blood in his veins, which is not wrong because there isn't. So technically when Machias said that he's been lied to, Reen actually technically didn't lie to him. He was telling the truth. Reen wasn't trying to deceive anyone by not telling them that he was adopted into a noble family. But when he tells them that there's not a drop of noble blood in his veins, he's not lying to them. He doesn't. If there's anything you think I could help with, I'd be glad to talk about it with you over dinner. We've arranged to meet at Kirsch's for dinner, so that might be the best time. Thanks, guys. I'll be fine for now. No, you won't. I'm going to think about it a bit more myself. If I'm still drawing a blank, I'll come and ask you. I'm always willing to lend an ear. Reen needs to stop trying to apologize to people for things he didn't do. For things that aren't his fault. Listen, man. Everyone needs to stop being mad at Reen for things that aren't his fault. Like, it's not Reen's fault that someone fell on him and they got embarrassed. It's not Reen's fault that, he was adopted into a noble family. Which isn't even that high up on the chain. Oh dear God. Oh no. Having scouted out all of the potential first-year candidates, I believe it's time to move on to the second years. Will my search for a dashing husband ever bear fruit? No. When you're husband hunting, the most important thing to consider is their prospects. No matter what class he is, if he's got a future ahead of him, I'll take him. Yeah, She's complaining that Elisa doesn't want to tell people her last name and also that she's too good at lacrosse. Sir? Sir, no. No, don't go flirt with her. Oop. In an absolutely shocking turn of events, Mint lost the key to the computer room after she'd finished cleaning it. Naturally, the vice principal gave her the scolding of her life. Of course, right after that, he had some less than flattering words for me too. I get why he's mad. They've done everything they can to deck the place out with the highest end technology possible, but no degree of technological superiority can keep you safe from one of the world's most powerful klitzes. I mean, facts.
Okay, let's give this a try. Wow, that came out well.
Oh, that was the best possible outcome.
Okay, let's give this a try. There we go.
How do you cook juice? Wait, what the fuck? Cures faint. I don't know how you cook juice, though. You keep falling asleep, you need to make food. Go make food. Yeah. Also, Eustace is in my home room. I don't know how you want me to not talk to him. Huh? No, you. Should I know who Kenneth is? I feel like I should know who Kenneth is, but alas, here we are. Anyone in here? Oh. Absolutely no one. What the fuck? After my dad died, my mom had to work really hard to raise me and my younger brother and sister right. Roach outright told me that his dad's dead. Listen, Natra. I don't pay attention to what NPCs are named unless, they have a lot of lore behind them. Bro just told me that his dad's dead, and I'm like, oh. That's not something you should just, like, outright tell someone. Fine appointed me as Monica's swimming coach. This is a first for me, so I'm not entirely certain how best to approach it. The only thing I know is that I have to at least try. What, is she Ray? Did she join the swimming club and have no idea how to swim? I go up to him, and the first fucking thing he says is, "This is a fine horse." God damn it, Eustace. Its build and musculature suggests it's a dyslexia go burr. Thoroughbred raised to race. Hey Eustace, I see you joined the riding club. So I did. It seemed a fitting choice given my experience taking care of horses at home. And it should serve as a decent way to pass the time after class. I bet they really love his winning personality. At the very least, I can be at ease here. The captain won't be pestering me to visit the salon at any rate. It should serve as a decent way to pass the time after class. Damn, okay, Eustace. You do you. What do you mean is this Riz? If Eustace is Riz, I don't think Eustace is aware that he's Riz. Oh, I wasn't expecting to see you here, Reen. Heading back to the dorm? Yeah, how about you? Wait, are you by yourself? I thought you were helping Fee study. Well, that was the plan, yes. We arranged to meet here, but she never showed up. Really? Huh. Wonder where she could have gone. I'm not sure. I'll keep waiting a while longer, though. I can catch up on my own studying in the meantime. If you happen to run into her, though, would you tell her I'm waiting here? Sure thing. Emma went out of her way to try and cheer me up earlier. Maybe I should see if I can track down Fee for her. Oh, good fucking luck with that, Reen. Good luck Good luck trying to track down Fee. Family thinks spy novels are vulgar. What the fuck? Am I new to read? Erebonian folklore. Considering the size and history of the Erebonian Empire, it should come as no surprise that it has a wealth of folklore, perhaps more than any other nation on this continent. This is the first in a series of 3 books that will introduce a small number of the legends and traditions in Erebonia. It is my wish that this series will stimulate new interest in the rich history and mythology of this great nation. Animism is a religious belief native to the land of Erebonia, disconnected from the teachings of the Septian Church. There is no single type of animism. The animists believe that objects in the natural world have a spirit, while others emphasize the reverence of one's ancestors. The animist traditions of the past continue to live on in a number of ways in Erebonia, with the summer festival being just one. While animism may be disconnected from the doctrine of the Septian Church, it does not specifically refute the Church's teachings, and in many regions, animist traditions have been incorporated into the beliefs of the Septian Church. Many animists have, thus, been converted to worshipping the goddess Adios while retaining their traditional beliefs. Furthermore, the people of the North Highlands to the east of the Empire revere the wind as a spirit, and share many fundamental aspects of their religious outlook with the people of Erebonia. Fiend, an evil creature that differs from the monsters that we know. Most are said to cause harm to humans, and while they are fundamentally similar to the devils which appear in the teachings of the Septian Church, the existence of neither fiends nor devils has been proven. Fairy. Fairies are inhabitants of another world, separate from both spirits and fiends. Descriptions of them vary amongst different traditions. Some liken them to young winged girls, while others characterize them as small people. A number of believers also portray them as being represented by small animals. One thing they all have in common, however, is that they enjoy pulling pranks on people. Alright. He's always talking about material, but what is it? It's not like they're separate from our curriculum. We work just as hard on field studies, if not harder. You do know their academic studies are not some sort of fishing tour, right? Wait a minute. Oh. Oh. I wonder if it's because of me. Reen, goddammit. I say again, Reen didn't technically lie to Machias. There is no noble blood in his veins. Technically, no lies have been said. You hit the nail right on the head. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Are you getting used to life at the academy yet?
I think I'm getting there. Our classes have really gotten harder since the start of the year, but I feel as though I'm keeping up.
That's good to hear. By the way, tomorrow is another free day. Are you really willing to help out again, like Instructor Sarah said?
Of course, just let me know what you need my help with. Actually, if you can make a list for me, that'll make it easier to get everything done.
Thanks a lot, Reen. I really do appreciate it.
The fuck? Reen should accept the invitation just to snoop on the nobles. I like taming the rebellious ones. That was... Things seem busy around here. Oh dear God. That doesn't even look particularly comfortable. And it puts me in a rather awkward situation. Emma's been waiting for her, so I guess I should probably wake her up. Oh, Reen. Hey, Emma's been looking for you, so I figured I'd join the hunt. Aren't you supposed to be studying with her? I suppose so. Okay, later. Wait a second. One more thing. I'm not sure falling asleep at odd spots around campus like this is such a good idea. If you really have to sleep during the day, I think you should at least use one of the infirmary beds. I do. Sometimes. Beatrix gives me sweets if she's there. Oh, the nurse? She does seem like a really kind person. But that's beside the point. You're a girl, you know? You need to be more. Never mind that. Can you sense it? Huh? Sense what? This building. It's changed. Again. A lot. What? Later. It's changed? It's pretty late. I'll save checking that claim until tomorrow. But, wait. Does that mean Fee's been investigating the old schoolhouse on her own? Huh. I mean, okay, so she may be Fee, and I'm not concerned about Fee, but honestly, Reen does have a point. Fee is still a girl. She shouldn't just be, like, places alone sleeping. Like, in the weirdest spots. Especially with that fucking creep, apparently, that wants to take pictures of all the girls. Bro. Who's... Oh, Kenneth is... Oh. Why does Casper have a star next to his name? So does Nicholas. So does Lot. Should I go back to the dormitory?
There, first year.
Oh, it's you. I'm not going to play along with your scams this time, so you might as well be on your way.
I wasn't trying to hustle you before, honest. Did you, figure out how I did it, though? If you really want your 50 mirror back, I'll be happy to hand it over. But wouldn't you rather feel like you earned it? Come on, what do you say?
There had to have been a trick to it. Some form of sleight of hand. Something that wasn't as it seemed. If I had to guess, I'd say the crux of this illusion was...
The drawstring bag at his feet. I think. Yay!
Of course! I'm pretty sure he had a bag at his feet. Which means... you threw the coin in the air, but let it fall instead of trying to catch it. You let it fall right into the open bag, lying in wait for it at your feet. Am I right?
Yeah, not bad. Well, I wasn't expecting you to figure it out so quickly.
So I was right.
Yep, spot on. And a promise is a promise, so here's your 50 mirror bag. Sorry. I've only got 10 mirror on me.
It's fine. Just forget it. It's only 50 mirror. You can keep it.
Oh, really? Well, that's mighty generous.
Hey! Stop trying to leech money off innocent first years, you louse.
Oh, crap. It's the she-devil.
What? A bicycle? No, it looks like it's powered by orbital energy. Wait, I've seen this girl somewhere before.
You're Reen, I take it. I've been hearing all about you from Toa and George. Sounds like you pulled off some pretty amazing stuff in your field study last month.
I'm surprised you know my name, actually. I didn't think I'd been doing anything worthy of such attention. Guess I should still officially introduce myself, though. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
Same. I'm Angelica. Angelica Ragnar. Glad I could finally make your acquaintance.
Ragnar? As in Marquis Ragnar? Head of one of the 4 great houses?
Same reaction every time, I swear. Yeah, I'm his unworthy daughter. But he doesn't really want to have anything to do with me since I go around dressed like this.
I think it's less how you dress and more how you behave. Where are you going on that bike at this hour anyway?
Oh, George finally finished tuning the Orbital engine. So I figured I'd give it a run to the capital and back and see how it holds up.
Sure must be nice not to have a care in the world.
Look who's talking.
So you do ride it like a bike. Wow.
Well, catch you later. I'm thinking of putting in a request for you sometime. If I do, I'd sure appreciate a swift response.
Huh. Lost for words? That's a little something George put together a while back. He calls it an Orbital bike. Pretty cool, huh?
It is. It's kind of like a steel horse. I'm guessing you can't buy those in any shops?
Nah. The Ruhr Institute of Technology started putting that one together as part of a test. Then George finished it off. Angelica put up the money for the parts herself. Oh, but Toa and I helped out too.
Sounds like it must have been a pretty challenging project. Are you on good terms with Toa and George then? Angelica said she'd heard all about me from them. Maybe you had a little something to do with that too?
Well, we're all from different classes, but we've kind of stuck together for a while now. Come to think of it, I never did introduce myself, did I?
Wait, this is Crow?
Name's Crow Armbreast. Second year, class 5.
No.
I'm sure I'll catch you around again. Later.
Damn, he gets so hot in Beyond the Horizon, though.
So, his name's Crow, huh? Angelica's the daughter of Marquis Ragnar. Toa's the student council president. George is head of the engineering club. It seems like every second year I meet is somebody important.
Oh, I finally learned what chapter 2 is called. The Verdant City. It's almost like I reached a new chapter and it wasn't telling me.